Hello, welcome back. Who are you?
I'm them.
But you're me.
Don't worry about it.
What are you?
You do realize you haven't filmed a recreating a Vogue Beauty Secrets video in a year, right?
It has not been. I've been busy, you know.
Doing what?
Things. Whose side are you on? This video is sponsored by Scentbird. I have not filmed one of these videos in an extremely long time. I literally just haven't seen any that pop out to me, and I don't know how a year went by, but I guess it has. If you're new here, I have a series on my channel where I recreate the Vogue Beauty Secret routines. I try to buy every single one of the products that the celebrity or influencer is using in the video. Just a heads up, this one is by far the most extreme and the most expensive one we have done yet. We're doing Shay Mitchell's 58-step Vogue routine. A lot of times I will only do the makeup portion of these videos, not the skincare, but today we're doing all of the skincare. This is almost all of it. I had some of the products already, so that stuff's in here and I'm just gonna like grab it as we go along. I thought it would be fun and a little informative about like how much money these people spend on this stuff and just how expensive this stuff is. So I'm gonna put on the screen the price of every single item that I'm using, and then at the end I'm going to put the grand total of every scent that is used in these videos.
Is my cleanser. And I found this at a drugstore in Canada. I feel like this also helps just like exfoliate a little bit as well.
We actually have to head to the bathroom really quick, and I did get the same little scrubber. I've used these in the past and they are pretty good. One of the products that I did not buy was the facial cleanser. I'm just gonna use my own face wash. I don't think it's gonna change the look that much.
It's a little ice roller.
I actually already had this ice roller from when I did the recreating Cassie's 4 a.m. routine, and I've probably only used this thing like 2 times. I just feel like it doesn't do anything. I don't know, I guess it's nice. It does feel nice though because it is like 80 degrees in this room that I'm in right now.
One thing I love to do is that under eye masks.
This is the beginning of the million face masks that are in this video.
You're gonna see quite a few masks.
I'm just gonna go in with the Peace Out that I already had because I don't know which one she's using.
Hydrating lip gels.
She goes in with this lip mask. I'm going to put this on last, like when I have all of that stuff on, because I can't talk with this on.
I'm going to also do this forehead mask.
Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Face Gels, and this one is for the forehead. I've never seen these, but I have seen some forehead masks. Ones that you put on before you go to sleep. It makes it so you can't like move your forehead, and it like helps not give you wrinkles. I kind of want to try those.
Now we're fully covered. I never like to waste the juice of the mask, so I pour it into my hands and I rub it on my neck.
If I'm remembering correctly, these were actually like quite expensive. Juices are going everywhere. What the hell? Okay. This doesn't make any sense to me because we're going in with another hydrating thing, but everywhere that this is going, except for like the nose, is already covered in a hydrating mask. Like this just seems like a waste of a really expensive freaking face mask. It is what it is. Oh, okay. So there's like a layer that you peel off. That was really difficult for absolutely no reason.
Perfect lifting premium V mask. So you just put it under like this and then you wrap it around your ears.
I found this one on Amazon and I am pretty darn sure it is like the same exact thing. Oh, it's like sticky. I thought this was gonna be reusable. Is this reusable? Well, everything is in a different language, so we'll never know. A quick message from our sponsor. Do you like to smell good? Because I know I do. But it can be kind of difficult to find the scent you want. You go to the perfume section, hit with this wall of fragrance, trying to smell all the different ones, but they all kind of just smell the same. And then if you do pick one out, you go home and smell it, and then it smells different than it did in the store because there was a million other smells. That can all end with Scentbird, which is the sponsor of today's video. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service. Lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every single month for just $17. With each fragrance, you get a 30-day supply, so you don't have to commit in buying a huge bottle of perfume that can cost hundreds of dollars. Scentbird carries brands like Versace, Gucci, Prada, as well as indie labels like Skylar, Heretic. They come in these cute little cases, and just by turning it, you can spritz it while it's still in its cute little case. The cases come off super easily too, it's not difficult. You can actually see how much perfume is in there. The scents that I got this month are Skylar Clean Beauty Lime Sand. This one is such like a clean smell, has like a hint of lime and coconut. Joe loves Ebony and Cassis. Warmer smell, very nutmeggy. Acqua di Parma, Peonia Nobile. Nobile? More on the sweet and fruity side. Out of all of them, Skylar is definitely my favorite. If I like it, I can commit into buying the bigger bottle, but I will for sure know that I love it already. You can use code Kaylee to get 55% off on your first order at Scentbird. And that's only a little over $7 for your first month. It's available in the US and Canada. Thank you so much, Scentbird, for sponsoring this video. This looks absolutely terrifying. Like, she doesn't look like this.
I want to keep all of this on for like a good 15 minutes, and this is crucial.
I actually love these. If you watch my channel, you guys know I love like the Dr. Jart face masks, but those things do not stay on. So these do work really well. I did get the same one that she has, and it's by Honest. We're looking cute. Oh, my phone doesn't recognize me anymore.
I have this wand.
Uplift Massaging Beauty Roller. Give your face a beauty uplift. All right, so we got this thing. So she's kind of just going like this. Okay, we all know that this shit isn't doing anything. This is not doing anything with all of this stuff on. I can barely even feel it. I'm sorry if I'm complaining a lot. This is just kind of extreme.
I also have a mask for my hoo-has. 24 karat breast mask. Okay guys, so there you have it.
Yitty mask! I'm probably most excited about this out of anything in the entire video because I've always wanted to do a boob mask and I don't really know how I haven't. Holy crap! I'm gonna turn around and put these on because there's low-key a window right in front of me. I don't want to flash any of my neighbors. Okay, I got them on. Those things are so fragile. They like fell apart right when I grabbed them.
What I like to do for my chest area while all of this is sitting, take a little bit of it out like that.
La Mer Moisturizing Cool Gel Cream. And man oh man, this stuff is really expensive. It comes with a little spatula. I love when products come with the spatulas, even though I totally lose them after a week of having it. She takes everything off after this, so I'm going to be putting the lip mask on now. I'm gonna go off camera for like 10 minutes, actually let this stuff soak in. We do look hydrated, so that's a plus. Our skin is very glowy, and I do like to do makeup on glowy skin because we don't want it to look all cakey and gross.
Ta-da! Okay, so now that I've taken everything off, this is the time when I like to go in and just massage my face. So if I feel like I need a little bit of extra serum before I go in and do my facial massage, rose serum, I just put a couple drops on my hand. I do use my hands. Come in here about 3 strokes. I come in with this flatter side, pull that.
She goes in and does a face massage first. Those face masks did dry down like quite a bit, so I am going to be taking the same rose serum that she uses. A few drops. And she goes in like this. That's all she shows for doing just a face massage, and then she goes in with a gua sha. And I did get the same exact one that she is using. Okay, actually like going in with the gua sha, and I think lymph node drainage is so interesting. It's just one of those things where I kind of always forget to do it. And if you do it incorrectly, even just a little bit, it can make you break out. And she takes this part. Also, I did the same hairstyle. I do feel like hair affects the way you look. If we have the same hair, you can really see like what the makeup is doing. And like if I had my hair down, the makeup could look like way different. I do feel like I look very refreshed and healthy, but I will say that was a lot. We're not even done yet, and that was a lot. It was just too many face masks, and I feel like it was kind of like a huge waste, but hey, if you're a celebrity and you got money like that, you do you, boo. Her skin is literally flawless, so she's doing something right.
Last massager that I use is this wand by 𝙤𝙪𝙧𝙗, and I just come in, and again, I'm always just sort of holding my skin taut a little bit.
This is the big one. I know that this was really freaking expensive, and if this doesn't make me look like a freaking supermodel, I'm gonna be pissed. Ooh, she came ready to go. Am I gonna go and wash it? No, I'm not. She goes in. Ooh, fun. I'm gonna go in the same places that she did, and I'm gonna go on one side first to see if we can see a difference. Okay, I just did this side. This might be a thing too where you have to use it multiple times to see results. I don't know. I didn't do research on this product at all, so I don't really know what it's doing. I just got it because I get the same things that they use in the video.
I'm actually going to take a warm cloth and just take everything down a little bit, just because when I'm going to be applying makeup after this, I don't want anything to slip and slide.
Okay, warm washcloth.
First things first, I like to come in with an under eye cream. This one is by Kiehl's.
She first goes in with some under eye cream, and this is actually my favorite under eye cream, and I have been using this since 2017, 2018. This was like my go-to skincare product in high school because this stuff actually is so freaking brightening for an eye cream. Like, it's so glowy, and like a lot of days when I don't wear makeup, I will just go with my normal moisturizer, this, and sunscreen, and I feel like it just like makes me look more awake. But it's also really amazing for under concealer.
Next thing that I do for my under eyes, honestly, is a big secret. Basic Organics Vitamin E Wheat Germ Oil Aloe Vera. So I put about that much. So I just go in there and pat. I also pat it a little bit above my eye, put over a little bit over my lips.
She goes in with this Vitamin E ointment, and I'm actually kind of nervous to use this because I feel like it like might not mix with the makeup, but we are using the same makeup that she's using, so hopefully it does. I've put vitamin E oil under my eyes before. It can be a little heavy, and my under eyes are pretty prone to milia. I kind of try to stay away from it. She said she brought it up above her eye a little bit, and she like does it on her eyebrows, and then she did a little bit on her lips.
This is a Super Serum Advanced Plus by IS Clinical.
I genuinely don't know how I didn't get that product. I literally remember having it in a cart, but I got so many things from like Derm Store, Sephora, a million other different websites, and I think I just like forgot to order this one. Either way, I don't have it. So I looked at the ingredients, and it pretty much just is like a super fancy vitamin C serum. So I am going to be going in with SkinCeuticals CE Ferlic Vitamin C, and I'm going to be taking a few drops of that. And this vitamin C is actually supposed to be one of the best ones. Hopefully that makes up for it.
I always have to have sunscreen.
IS Clinical Eclipse SPF 50+ sunscreen. I say this in every single one of these videos, but one of my favorite thing about filming these is trying a bunch of new product and seeing how people do things differently. My routine before I started doing these is drastically different than how I do my stuff now. And I've taken so many tips and tricks from these videos because a lot of these celebrities and influencers and stuff learn all these things that they're doing from professional makeup artists, estheticians, and all of these professionals telling them these things. So it's like we're getting a bunch of professional tips in them. And actually some of my favorite products that I use now are from doing these videos. Obviously I have to see like how this sunscreen goes throughout the day, if it separates with my makeup and all that stuff, but feels amazing. It's not greasy, but it's a glowy, and it's like a good amount of product.
I also have to come in and take care of my lips right now just to give them some extra moisture so when I'm applying my makeup, it's not all crackly.
No matter how many fancy lip balms I try out, I always just go back to Vaseline or Aquaphor. Because honestly, all the fancy ones that I've tried weirdly dry out my lips even more because they're usually like so heavily made with fragrance. You know, sometimes the OG cheap ones are the best.
Illuminating moisturizer.
Another moisturizer, which I'm kind of confused about because usually, you know, you're supposed to put sunscreen on after all of the moisturizers. Dr. Harper Illuminating Moisturizer. So maybe she kind of uses this as like a primer. It kind of feels like a primer and it has a sheen to it. So, okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Look at our skin. We have zero makeup on right now. I know I've like been complaining and saying that this is like extreme, but like maybe Miss Girl knows what she's doing because this is kind of crazy.
I love to always start Fenty Beauty Spray.
Last step of skincare and prep before we actually jump into the makeup, and this is the Fenty Beauty What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. And this is brand new, so I've never used this before. Okay, I just inhaled that, but I actually really like this sprayer because it's so gentle, an actual mist, instead of it leaving like drops all over your skin, because I tend to not even use half of these because it's hard for me to find one that doesn't end up like messing up my makeup. I like to use these after powdering so it kind of makes it look like skin again. I'm actually excited to use this.
And I'm going to start with my foundation that I use. So I like to actually take Shinto 3, which is a little bit of a darker color. It also helps with like the natural contour, I feel like, as well.
First, starting out with foundation, going in with the Color Process Foundation by RCMA. I did get two colored like she did, but I also just really wanted to make sure I got a color match. I just do not have the best reputation with trying to match things to my skin. I got Ivory and Jenna Beige. So she starts out with the darker one where like the natural contours are on your face. And I don't know what brush she's using, so I'm just gonna use my IT Cosmetics brush that I have. It doesn't go like too heavy in with this. She's just kind of like buffing it in, I think, to even out her skin tone a little bit more, which is perfect because I'm not the biggest fan of going in with like a ton of foundation. I always feel like it makes me look weird. The foundation so far is going on very well though because of all the hydrating products that are underneath. I actually like really love how this foundation is sitting on my skin.
Also like to do a little color correcting, a little bit more of the orangey red, just to lighten it up a little bit, and I think it helps when the foundation goes on top of it. I like to come in with a little bit of the brightener, which is like the purple under here. Green cancels red. So I also take a little bit of the green, and if, you know, feel a little bit ready on my nose, I just come in with that there. Neutralize everything. Again, I'm just gonna come in a little bit with the purple just to lighten up my chin area as well. Back to the foundation.
Goes in with the NYX color correcting palette, and she says she takes this color right here and she goes around her nose area to brighten it up a little bit. And she takes the purple, what's that, like under her eyes? But my under eyes are purplish, so I don't really know what this is gonna do. We'll see. I've actually never experimented with color correcting before. A little purple on the chin, and then she takes a little bit of the green and going in around her nose to cancel out the redness. And I do have a teeny bit of redness right there. I don't really have that much redness right here, so I'm kind of scared that that's just gonna look green now, but I have a little bit of redness around my eyes, so I'm just gonna pop a little bit of the green there. And she goes in with the lighter foundation, and then she kind of covers and blends all of that out. It's starting to do weird things. Something isn't mixing well. So like if you barely like go like this, it's like rubbing off. It's like kind of looking like it's gonna do that. I don't know what's going on with the brush, but to save the look, I am going in with a beauty blender right here. And I know this is technically cheating, but your girl does not want this to completely fail because something isn't mixing. We are looking very good. I did kind of like it before we did all of the color correcting, if I'm being completely honest. Now it's just like a lot of product. If I was doing it, I would have just put concealer on, but I am like very, very impressed by this foundation, and the color match is like really great. You can see what is going on. Also, I am very transparent. I don't have any beauty filters on this camera, and I don't use beauty filters. Wow. So you guys can actually see what the skin is looking like, because what would be the point of showing you a makeup product if you can't see what it's actually doing? You can see my pores a little bit, but not really. I've used products where you can see way worse. Okay, wow, this is looking really great.
So the next step that I'm gonna do is my contour.
She's actually going in with one of my favorite products ever, and that's the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. I actually got this, I'm pretty sure, in the Madison Beer Vogue video. This has been like my favorite product for like 2 years now. Funny enough, she's actually taking the It Cosmetics brush that I was using, and she says she like goes kind of in, and she puts it on her cheekbones, her forehead, and a little bit on her jaw.
Next, I'm gonna come in with this little side. So I actually like to bring this, as you can see, from my eyelid crease and down, just because I feel like it looks more natural.
Then she takes this side of the brush. I absolutely hate nose contouring because I swear my nose can't be nose contoured, but we always try. And she goes like from like this crease and brings it down her nose. Oh, it's rubbing off the makeup that I had underneath. That's not good. And then now the red is coming back through.
I also like to come in the NARS a little bit.
She starts out with Tarte Shape Tape. I am shocked to say I have never tried Shape Tape. I do not know how. She kind of goes like in. I'm just putting it in all the same places that she goes. And then now she takes the NARS concealer. I'm not sure why she's going in with both concealers. I do this too sometimes because my go-tos are the Laura Mercier concealer for like my normal one. If I want one that has more full coverage, I'll go in with the NARS. So I'm not sure if that's what she's doing. That is my guess. She goes in with a beauty blender, and it does look wet because it looks a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go and get it wet really quick. Surprisingly, to me, this is still looking like really, really good. And usually at this point into me doing makeup, it looks cakey as hell.
I'm going to come in with my 2 powders, the translucent. I also have it in a medium deep color as well, because I like to use a little bit of a darker shade powder for my contour. And pat on my hand a little bit just so it's even. Then I'll actually just make sure I have no creases under my eyes. Mixing it a little bit.
Laura Mercier powder. This is the only powder that I use, honestly. First, making sure there are no creases. Tapping it in our hand. Literally, it looks like I have a blurring filter on my skin. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, I am like in shock right now. If you've watched these videos, this has never gone this well. I just got a mini version because I know I'm not gonna probably use this a lot. I mean, I don't know, unless I like really like using a darker powder for bronzer. But I'm just gonna mix a little bit of the normal powder and the darker powder and go in and powder that. Ooh, that's actually like so pretty. That is so pretty. Wow, I really, really love that. That is such a pretty bronze. I am looking very snatched right now.
I'm gonna come in with good old Hoola.
I had to go deep into the back of my makeup drawer of all my contours and get my Hoola bronzer. I used to be an avid Hoola bronzer user in like high school and stuff, but then when I started trying a bunch of new ones, it kind of just like fell back into the shadows. And you know, I feel bad because Hoola bronzer is really good. But she's taking like a fluffy brush and doing her nose. And then she's also like just kind of doing it everywhere in her eye. She goes in with more powder, just very quickly, like not even mentioning it. Right here, just like quickly, you know, going like that.
Another bronzer that I absolutely love, this is the 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙁𝙁𝙧.
She goes in with another bronzer. I ordered this bronzer. I don't know where this bronzer is. I ordered it a while back. Still not here. So I will not be using that bronzer. But to just, you know, substitute, I'll go in with a bronzer that I have really quick. And this is just the Charlotte Tilbury one.
I'm going to now come in with just a little bit of color. I do a little bit of my nose because I saw Doja Cat do that and I like it.
This blush was actually quite difficult to find. I'm pretty sure it got discontinued, so I got it off of eBay. And I don't have the brush she's using, so I'm just going in with the Fenty one that I have. Kind of in a similar-ish shape, not really. So she just goes in with like a little bit of that.
I'm going to come in with my eyebrows.
The Kelly Baker brow defining pencil, and I got it in blonde. It's kind of just like she's feathering in to make her eyebrows more defined. I feel way more put together.
Got to Be by Schwarzkopf Blue is what I actually use to keep my eyebrows up. I take a little bit.
She uses Got to Be Glued for her eyebrows, and I am all for using hair gel for eyebrows because you can buy it in bulk. You will never run out of eyebrow gel.
Eyeshadow palette, start with like this color.
Going into our eyes, she takes the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. She goes in with these two shades right here and kind of just puts them everywhere. She goes in with a smaller brush with those same colors and goes on her lash line.
Just under my eye.
Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfection Micro Powder. Wow, that's a name. And mainly it does under her eyes, which I'm happy she's doing this because the oils and stuff at this point are coming out a little bit more, and I think that's just because we had so much skincare on. Even though we wiped it off, there was still quite a bit, and with the sunscreen and all the moisturizers and stuff, but we're still looking really good. It literally looks like I have a blurring filter on.
The Surratt eyelash curler. I like to start from the base, then I come out to the middle, and then I do the top. So I do it in 3 steps.
I did not get the eyelash curler that she is using because I really like my eyelash curler and I don't really trust any other eyelash curler out there. So this is the Tweezerman eyelash curler. And she does it in 3 sections: bottom, middle, and tips. Every single time I curl my lashes in videos, I get questions like if I use an eyelash serum and stuff. Usually I would say a Grande Lash, but I've actually recently stopped using it. It's actually been like over a month now. The reason why is it kind of like stopped working. It made my lashes like so long, and I was actually going through old pictures. My eyelashes were so wispy and long and like all the way up here, like touching my eyebrows, and then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, why the hell are my eyelashes like that anymore? Like, this is my natural eyelash length. And not like this last month, but like the month and month before that been like my natural eyelash length. Like, I naturally do have longer lashes, and I'm like, why am I spending like $70 on this freaking lash serum and it stopped working. But I looked stuff up and a lot of people have said that it stops working, and I made sure it wasn't expired. I made sure my eyelashes were clean before I made sure of all of it, and for some reason it just stopped working. I was looking into other ones and I found the Ordinary one, and I've been using that one for I think like 3 weeks now, and my eyelashes have gotten so much thicker and longer already, and it's one of the ones that doesn't have like the bad ingredients and stuff in it. So that's what I'm using now because I know I get a lot of questions on my eyelashes.
Mascara that I love, Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. It gets a little too clumpy. I also have this metal little poker.
I swore that I had that mascara, but I think I gave it to my mom because if I don't use certain makeups, I'll give it to my mom. So I do have another Benefit one, and it's the Roller Lash. We're gonna go in with this, and you guys are gonna pretend that we're using the one that's in the video. And I absolutely hate mascara, so hopefully this doesn't ruin the look.
I'm known to put on individuals. I love individual lashes. I put a little bit of my glue. I use the Duo one in dark.
Now going in with individual lashes. I just got this case off of Amazon. I don't know which one she goes in with, but my guess is probably just like plain ones from Amazon or something. And then the dark Duo lash glue. This is with and this is without. This one has a little bit more volume than this one. And these are the eyelashes done. Really, really natural. I like doing individuals. I honestly will probably never do strip lashes again.
Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a highlight.
𝙈𝙪𝙨 highlighter. I have their Body Glow, so I have high hopes because their Body Glow is like amazing. She takes the 𝙈𝙪𝙨 brush and just taps that on. Ooh, that is very, very pretty.
Kylie's blush.
She goes in with Kylie blush, and it's in the shade Fatty on the Block. I actually really, really like Kylie Jenner's blushes. My favorite one though is Winter's Kiss, and it's an amazing dupe for the Dior blush. It's like the same exact color.
Now for my lip liner, I am using 𝑑𝑹𝑶𝑫𝑼𝑪𝑻𝑺 I'm also going to come in with Kylie's High Gloss, a little bit lighter.
𝑑𝑹𝑶𝑫 Powerline lip liner. And this is in the shade Hush Hush Henna. This thing is thick. Ooh. This is like the creamiest lip liner I've ever freaking used. I got the same exact one. Ooh. That is the most not sticky lipstick I've ever used. It's like oil, but like in the best way possible. Then she takes Kylie Jenner's High Gloss and she pops that like in the middle. That didn't really change anything, but
a couple final touches that I always do is I enhance my little beauty mole right here.
She goes in and enhances a freckle. Obviously, I'm not enhancing my freckles, so I'm gonna pretend I have freckle there, and we're gonna put it in the same spot she did it, so we can get the makeup look as close as possible.
I just like to come in a little bit more, remind these guys that their job is to stay out for the day.
She takes another eyebrow gel, and this girl really likes to double up on products. We've gone in with like 2 products of every single product in the video. And this is the brow gel by Patrick Ta, and I've actually wanted to buy this, so I can't even move them. I like stuck them down. Okay, I'm just gonna flick these ones up because hers are kind of fluffy, but I quite literally like, can't move any of my other ones because I glued them down. I am excited to use this eyebrow gel more. I've heard good things, but I can't really like use it that well right now.
I always pay attention to my chest as well. So I tap this big brush.
She doesn't say what she's using right here, but I'm like 99% sure she's using the Patrick Ta for face and body all over glow balm. It looks like that, and it looks like the Patrick Ta brush. That brush totally was sold out everywhere. I just got the Sephora brush to use. this a little glowy. I like that, that's pretty. It also smells really, really good.
Now for my scent, Yes I Am Glorious. A couple spritz of that. And we are ready for the day.
So she goes in with her perfume, but I'm gonna be going in with my favorite perfume, and that is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Love. Oh, so sweet. Oh my gosh, that is literally like one of my favorite smells on the face of the planet. And thanks to Scentbird, I got to try it before I got the big bottle size. So I knew I already liked it. This is the final look. The best that one of these videos has turned out. But the results speak for itself. I mean, she obviously knows what she's doing with all the skincare, because my makeup never looks like this. Mixture of products all works well. I love how this turned out. We're gonna do two different grand totals because we did use a couple different products. This is Shay Mitchell's end result of all of the products that she uses, and this is what we use. I tried to get as close as possible with the products. This video was 1 or 2 years ago now though. Products do get discontinued. Let me know what you guys think of this routine. I really want to know your guys' thoughts. All the products used are going to be linked down below. Thank you so much again, Scentbird, for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to check out all of their links down below. I'll see you guys in a year. Just kidding, I think.
I don't know if you like the way I put my words together, but I need you to stick with me just like some birds of feathers. Or like bricks and scales, hand in hand, dropping corn straight down the well.